Hello. Spit that out.
Sorry.
Hi,
Hello,
Facebook.
Disney fans.
Hi,
on
Disney
Facebook.
How are you?
You caught me drinking water.
This is, I'm going to introduce him.
I'm Rich Moore.
Rich Moore. I'm Byron Howard. Nice to see you.
And we are joining you from the beautiful offices of Disney Toon Studio.
That's right. That's right.
Here in Glendale.
That's right.
California.
We're here to talk about Disney's newest animated feature, Zootopia. You may have seen it.
Yeah,
it's a fun movie.
It's a new movie that just came out
right.
that we directed.
We directed together, yep. And we've been working on this for many, many years, and we hope you guys enjoy it. We have probably.
I hope you have been enjoying it and continue to enjoy it. And we know you have questions.
We have a list of them.
Here. We have. You guys have been writing questions since yesterday.
You want to know stuff?
You want to know stuff? We got answers.
We got answers. We're going to answer your stuff. We're going to look at this list.
No matter how crazy, there's no stupid questions.
No,
only good they're all good.
They're all good.
There were some stupid ones. We cut those out. We're gonna be honest.
Yeah, these are the
we
best
are upfront with you.
Yes.
You know.
So if your question is on this
list, I would say 60%
list,
were pretty stupid.
Yeah. No. That's fine.
They're all good.
But if your question is on this list, you should feel good about yourself.
You should.
Yes.
You know.
So here we are. So
are you ready to answer some questions?
Let's talk about this.
First of all, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this guy.
Oh, look at that.
Lionheart.
They're plush. They're plush everywhere.
Isn't this nice?
This is how we live. They surround us.
This is a great quality product. I don't know why we're showing that off, but how about we answer our first question?
So the first question.
Question number one
is, what was the inspiration for the film?
And this comes from, what is the name? Jennifer.
Jennifer,
we're making up.
3241. We're making it up. No one gives.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. So,
great question, Jennifer.
So the inspiration for the film. So we thought, wouldn't it be great if we made a talking animal movie like they did back in the old days? Like when I grew up on Robin Hood, Rich grew up on Jungle Book. We thought that would be just awesome because we hadn't done a movie like that in a long time. An anthropomorphic animal movie where animals walk and talk and wear clothes.
Wear clothing like this.
And they use cell phones like this one. They can use cell phones. Hey, look, see that like that.
Look at that. Isn't that entertaining?
We thought
this is a great idea for a movie.
That's a good.
Just like that.
We're reenacting a scene from Zootopia for you right here. Mayor Lionheart on
Lionheart on his phone.
On his phone.
And I remember Byron talking about it 5 years ago, and I thought, like, God, that's such a good idea, and we can do it in CG. You know, because we'd only done it in 2D. We love 2D. But we thought this would be a great way to kind of make it more contemporary. We can make them, we could use that great Disney design. But then groom them with,
like hundreds of thousands of hairs, just like this. Even more complex than this, real amazing animal hairs. And we thought with the world being as big as it is in Zootopia, we thought CG would be great for that because then we could really build out this world to feel like you could actually step into it. So I think we have 150 unique sets in the movie. It's like the biggest, most complex movie Disney animation has ever done. And our crew is very tired, but they're very proud.
Who else was very excited about it? Was our boss, Sean Lasser.
That's where he did get excited.
When Byron said, I'm thinking, how about if we make another one of these talking animal movies? John loves those. He loves that genre, and he literally hugged Byron, picked him up, and danced around a room just like this.
That's right. He lifted me into the air
like
baby Simba.
We're making a new one.
Like baby Simba on Pride Rock. He's very strong. He's a strong, strong man, and I love him, and he hugged me, and my ribs have never been the same. And John was very excited, so he said, but you guys have to make sure this movie is not like every other animal movie that we've seen. You have to go beyond what other animal movies have ever done, and that's why we really try to think through the history.
I feel so disappointed that I don't know if we did. Did we go beyond?
I hope so.
I think we did.
I hope so. We really thought about it.
Tell us.
We did it. So, here's a question.
That's a great question, Jennifer.
There's a segue. We're going to segue from Jennifer's question into the second question. How did we discover the heart of the story?
Well, the heart of the story. We always think of the heart of a story is the relationship between your two main characters. This one being Judy and Nick. So if we get these right here,
Judy,
here's Nick. So here's Judy,
hey,
here's Nick. Hey Nick, what's going on?
Your dreams will never work.
Well, you're just narrow-minded and a cynic.
Well, it's true. I am a cynic. Goodbye.
I'm depressed. So the here's Lionheart. Wait, no, don't you get it?
He's got a phone call.
The heart of the story lies between these two guys.
I was wrong.
No, I was right. Oh no, that's
conflict. Conflict is good for storytelling.
So the heart of the story is the relationship between Judy and Nick.
That's
you know, once we kind of knew their personalities and their chemistry between them, and what the dynamic was between them and what was going on between them, that became the heart of the story.
That's right. We cast Jason Bateman as Nick and Jennifer Goodwin, who are amazing actors who really...
And here they are right now?
No, they're not here. Don't get excited. We love that. They're both great people. But so, and Jennifer has this great sort of Frank Capra... If you know what a Frank Capra character is, Frank Capra made these great films back in the 40s.
Folks, do you know who Frank Capra is? If you don't, you should go on the internet. Wait, you're
Smith,
already there.
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, you know, Mr. Deeds, all these great characters.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. All these great characters that have a great drive to do good in the world, and Judy's just like that. But she does have a few flaws, which is great. We love that. And then Nick is there kind of poking.
He's the cynic, kind of challenging Judy's beliefs. And through that chemistry, therein lies the heart.
Yeah.
You know, therein lies the heart of the story.
So it takes a long time.
Who was the person that wrote that one? What was his name? Or what was the questioner's name?
Oh, that was
Pelvic.
No. She was She-Hulk 1415.
Thank you, She-Hulk
1413. Not the other one.
Okay. Here's the next question.
What's the hardest thing to cut out of the film? Well, the hardest thing to cut out of the film is when you get something actually animated, because when you get into animation and lighting, that's when all of the different departments have done all their work, and so we had
really pouring their heart and soul into it.
We had a couple sequences where we did get all the way through animation, and there was a point where we flipped the story. So we had the protagonist as Nick at first, and then we flipped it to Judy being the protagonist, and that caused us to have to throw away a lot of amazing
stuff that had
animation.
been created up to that point. And there was a version of the Jumbo Bob scene.
That's right.
That was told from Nick's point of view, where it was very, very obvious that he was hustling Judy.
Yep.
And when the story became more about Judy's character, it was very apparent in that version that she was getting conned. And it made Judy seem really not the brightest bulb.
Yeah, and you never want that. You never want the protagonist to seem like they're not as smart.
You want to be discovering the world with your protagonist. So that was one that we had to change. We didn't cut it, but we changed it.
It changed
but that was a tough one to change because it played very funny from Nick's point of view, but it was not serving the story. So we had to cut it. And so, how about we take a drink of water? Let's take a drink of water. Let's all take a drink of water.
Here's a question from Boxing Day 1925.
Oh, Boxing Day 1925.
These are all fake names. These are all fake. We're just making them up. It's off the top of our head.
It's a dude named Tony. Tony would like to know.
Hey, Tony, he wants to know, what is the question?
How'd you come up with the name Zootopia?
Well,
how'd you do that?
That's a great question, Tony. Well, at first, to tell you the truth, the movie was pitched as a movie called Savage Seas, which was a spy movie with all animals that took place in the South Pacific. That's why it was called Savage Seas, and the lead character's name was Jack Savage, who was a bunny spy. He was like a James Bond kind of spy.
I like this.
You like that?
I like this Jack Savage.
Jack Savage, what happened to him?
He's been cut!
He's been cut!
He's out of the movie!
That was tough to do, but we cut him out of there. So
that would have been a good answer to the last question.
That's true. Well, we answered that as well. For She-Hulk, blankety blank, that kind of thing.
Well, Boxing Day.
But after a while, the movie evolved, so we figured out this whole predator-prey conflict, which was the main conflict in the movie. We decided that this movie needed to be called something, the city had to be something that felt like an idealistic city, like a utopia. If you know the word utopia, it means an amazing, ideal city where everyone gets along. We thought, well, combine that with the word zoo, and you get bat, Zootopia, animal, utopia.
This is a great story. This is a great story.
Yeah.
So Byron, this was before I came on as a co-director on the movie. Byron was trying to come up with some new names for the movie because they were saying, Savage Seas is it's not quite what the movie's about. So Byron kind of spent a few days writing down some ideas, and he got together with John Lasseter, and he's reading, down the list, these different title ideas, and he gets down to about the third one. He goes Zootopia, and then John Lasseter did.
Oh yeah, he does this. When John likes something, he does this. His eyebrows pop up. Like he'd be terrible at poker because when he has a good hand, those eyebrows.
That's a good idea. That's a good tip. If you want to win money in a poker game, play against John Lasseter because he will
watch his eyebrows.
That's called a tell.
It's a tell. It's a tell. So he told us with the eyebrows that he liked it.
He liked that, and we knew that was a winner.
And thus it was done. He said, "So be it." And so be it.
Kind of like
Zootopia.
So be it.
And people then ask us online, like, why is it not Zootopia all over the world? Well,
that's a good question.
Sometimes when you go out, we want it to be Zootopia in every country around the world. However, there are trademark issues in some countries, including
who you are.
You know you are countries. We love you anyway.
Trademark issue people. But it's the same movie. It's the same movie, but we had to change it for some markets. In the UK, parts of Europe, it's Zootropolis. In Germany,
we couldn't use Zootopia or Zootropolis, so it's
Zoomania.
And then in France, just to be different, it's Zootopia.
Zootopia. So we love you all. Thank you, Germany.
Yeah.
Thank you, France. We love those names.
Then in Liechtenstein, it's Zoom Lama Ding Dong.
I don't know why they chose that.
That's a terrible title.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
We're going on to the next one.
Anyway, okay. So
next question.
Next question. How did the noir-ish story come about? Are you fans of film noir?
We are reading off of a monitor over here, just to let you, just the behind the scenes.
How it all happens.
You know, I should be like going live from my phone so we can see it from both directions.
That would be good.
So anyway, how did the noirish story come about? Are you fans of film noir?
Yeah,
I know I am.
So film noir, for those of you who aren't familiar with film noir is sort of classic mystery storytelling.
It's a genre of detective story.
Sort of Sam Spade, kind of usually like these very abstract dark lighting.
There's a detective, there's usually a femme fatale. A lot of times it's not a happy ending. You know,
darker stories.
It's a darker story. There's usually a conspiracy. It usually starts with, it's one of the huge conventions of it is that there's a little case that leads to something much bigger.
Just like this.
And we are both big fans of that genre.
Like you always talk about Double Indemnity.
I love Double Indemnity. It's one of my favorite films.
Is that a Hitchcock one?
No, that's Billy Wilder, who directed that. And I like The Maltese Falcon is one of my favorites.
And I love Third Man, which has Orson Welles, and that was shot over in Munich right after the war, and it has this great sort of gritty
Joseph Cotton.
It's amazing in that. So watch that. That's great.
Third Man. Double Indemnity. And the more modern ones, Chinatown.
That's great.
Of course.
Jack Nicholson.
John in that one.
Yep.
Beautiful. He was like, to the future, Mr. Giddies. The future, Mr. Giddies.
And then he had to wear that weird nose bandage the whole movie, which is because they slashed his nose.
Right in the beginning of the movie, Roman Polanski, who directed it, also plays like a thug that cuts Jack Nicholson's
Is that Roman Polanski?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's like, you know what happens?
Yeah.
You know, Kit Kat, the nosy people,
they get cut.
They lose their nose.
They lose their nose.
You know, they cut their nose off.
We didn't do that in Zootopia.
No. But, so that's a great one.
That's a great one. And, and
L.A. Confidential.
That's a great one, too.
I like that one, too.
But you'll see that even with the lighting in the movie, like there's that sequence in the middle with the asylum with the wolves, which is very noirish. It's very moody. We even tried to take all the color out of the screen, so it really almost looked black and white in certain parts. So great question.
That's a good one. You know what I think I would like to do right now? I'd like to unbox.
Rich is going to open a blind box.
So this is a blind box.
A Zootopia Mystery Mini.
It's a Mystery Mini. It's
made
a blind box.
Funko Pop,
So
correct?
by Funko, and you can get the different ones you can get are Judy or Nick or Little Finnick, amongst others. So
what will it be? Guess.
You
should
it's
guess what it will be.
Covered with a very tight cellophane.
Keep it fresh. Here we go. I'm going to guess it is Bellwether.
You know what I like to do is open it from the bottom because then if you want to save the box, you can sit it like that and it will look brand new. So I like to start from the bottom.
It's all a lie.
Oh, this is nice. With the good glue.
All right.
Glue.
All right.
Okay.
That's good.
Oh, this is nice how they're doing this now. They're putting these double tabs here.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Like that. It's different from the Kid Robot boxes.
It's true.
Okay, so here we go. It's got tab.
It's
probably going to be a bigger character.
It's not Bellwether.
Yeah, I don't know. So usually they have a little tab where you can tear it, but this one doesn't have that, so I'm going to open it like a bag of chips.
Let's see.
There we go. It opens easy. Oh my God.
Oh, it's Jerry Jumbo Jr.
Jerry Jumbo Jr.
Owner of Jumbo Pop.
Voiced by in the United States by
John DiMaggio, who was the voice of
Bender in Futurama.
Do you like Bender? Do you like Futurama?
Yeah, let's look at him closely. He's got a Jumbo Pop there, and I like his tusks. That's cute. Oh, look at his tail. Very cute. This is a great figure. I needed this one, so I'm going to add this to my collection. Great. Jerry Jumbo Jr.
Jumbo Jr.
I think we should answer another question now, Byron.
Okay. from Jerry Jumbo 1538. That's ironic that it would be the same. Jerry Jumbo actually asked this question.
That's so crazy.
How did we go about creating the world? It seems like a lot of time went into writing how all the different species interact. You are correct.
Oh my God.
A lot of time. So much time.
So tired.
Years and years. We're very tired. Yes, so that's a big question. Creating the world took a long time. A lot of people. We don't do this alone. We work with hundreds and hundreds of people. We work in the core of people, about 7.
Let's bring them in right now.
Here they are.
One by one. Tommy,
come on in.
Abigail.
Guys. We work with a core of people in story and in art development that help us figure out what this world's going to look like. It was what we wanted to do is we wanted to give you a world that you'd never ever seen before with animals and really be true to how animals are in our own world. For scale, for example, like we wanted a mouse in Zootopia to be 2 inches tall, just like a mouse in our world. We didn't want a
giraffe about 27 feet tall.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
So we didn't want to make this like a lot of those other talking animal movies where they cheat the scale. You know, they'll make the mouse bigger, they'll make the elephant smaller, and it helps in kind of composing shots. It just makes the filmmaking go easier.
Yeah.
But we said,
no,
let's not do that.
We said
this is a different kind of movie.
You deserve true scale. That's what you get with Zootopia.
And we gave you.
That's right.
True scale.
We have tiny mice next to a rabbit, like the rabbit runs through Little Redemption and Hops looks like a giant.
And we felt, and I remember you said like, is Judy too big to the mice?
They showed me the mouse. The mouse was next to the Judy, and I said, wow, guys, the mouse looks too small. But they're like, no. And they brought up the internet, and they said, look at this mouse next to a real rabbit. I'm like, guys,
all right.
I recant.
Cool, fine, all right.
Next question. Here we are. From Green Apple 1555.
I love that guy.
Green Apple. Were there any characters or environments that you loved but had to be cut?
That's a good one.
Yes. Well, what if I can talk about an environment. You want to talk about a character?
I know a character.
You're a character.
There was a character that before Mayor Lionheart.
Yes.
There was a mayor.
Yes.
Mayor Swinton, and she was a pig. And she was supposed to be this very, and she was behind kind of the conspiracy.
She was behind the conspiracy. Yep.
In that version also. And she was a very funny character.
Very funny character. We made her a pig because we found out in our research. We did about a year of research into animals in the film, and during that research we found that pigs are one of the smartest animals, and we needed a smart
and one of the most delicious.
Unfortunately,
smart and delicious.
That's true. They are.
Come on,
they're yummy.
You know,
anyway,
we joke, but she had a great line where she was in a mirror, kind of putting on her makeup. And she kind of put on her lipstick and she kind of stepped back and she's like, well, what do you know? I'm still a pig.
Still a pig.
Still a pig.
Because of the lipstick.
You can't, because it's an old saying of you can't put lipstick on a pig. You know, put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig.
We tried to put lipstick on a pig.
Whatever.
And
you know when I say whatevs.
And the other, we had a big environment that we had to cut from the film. That was called Wild Times, which was a predator amusement park, and we thought
that Nick built.
Nick built this. This was in the early version of the story.
It's one of his scams.
One of his scams, and it was a speakeasy where predators could go and they could sneak into the secret predator amusement park. And we thought, this is the greatest idea ever. It will never leave the movie. We're going to build it completely, and we built the whole thing completely. And people spent a year on it, and then we turned the whole story upside down, and we had to throw it out, which was awful. But if you look at the art of book, there's all sorts of amazing
Check it out.
Check it out.
It's so good.
Beautiful.
Art of book. Wait, do we have one to show?
Oh, shoot.
We don't.
We don't. It's out there.
You got to see this book.
You'll see it.
It's great. Spend the money.
This is related
or
to the last
borrow
one.
Borrow. Go to the library.
Yeah. Libraries.
A lending library.
They'll lend you, and you can paste through. So how long did it take to make the movie? Was it longer than normal?
Was it longer than normal?
Yes,
I don't know if there is a normal.
It's about,
this movie took 5 years to make.
5
from
years.
Concept to creation.
Yeah.
Correct?
And sometimes it's different. Like for Rapunzel, for example, that movie, the idea for that had been around since the 50s, and then Glenn Keane had it for many years before Nathan and I jumped on to it.
And Glenn Keane, I don't know if you know, but he's a legendary animal. Or
animator. He's a legendary animal.
He drew this.
Oh!
He drew this.
Where did you get that?
I stole it.
Where did you get?
I stole it from off the wall.
This is missing from someone's office here.
Yeah, this is I stole from Glenn Keane's office.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that a beautiful drawing?
See?
So Glenn Keane drew that, and he also. Why were we talking about Glenn?
About
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel. Yes.
Yeah,
anyway,
sorry.
Yes. Anyway, so these films are in development for many different spans of time, and this one I had pitched about 5 years ago as a spy movie with animals, and it evolved over years.
It's called Savage Seas, right?
It was called Savage Seas. Remember from earlier in the broadcast? That's right. That's what happened. But now it's turned into this. it's a callback, but they do evolve. And people ask us also, how long does it take to get an animation script done? And the answer is it takes forever. We never stop writing and changing the script, even to write it before it's released.
We're still working on the movie.
Yeah,
so it can take anywhere from like 3
to 5 years, I'd say.
5 years is that's average.
That's about average. About average. Better.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
What was the hardest aspect of creating Zootopia?
Okay.
The hardest aspect of creating it.
The hardest. I suppose
you know, it's all a challenge. It's because we wanted to create this world that was created for and by animals. And we wanted to be different from anything else ever done.
That's right.
And we would say, like, oh, you know, how can we take those other stories further that we'd seen?
Right.
Like, how, you know, like in some of those stories, you know, you see them living in the city, but I know as a kid I would always ask, isn't the polar bear hot? You know, like wearing a suit, you know, and it's all sunny, and, you know, so we said, well, we've got to make it different. So how do we do that? And we thought, well, how about different climate neighborhoods, you know, that are designed to make animals feel comfortable according to where they're from, you know, and so we told that to our designers, and they were both kind of excited and like, terrified. Oh my God.
I'm terrified.
And we're going to make this movie. How soon? You know.
Very soon. But the thing is, we do always go back to reality, to real world, and we want it to be believable. So we actually talk to scientists and experts who know about building cities, and even air conditioning experts, because we said we have a desert and a tundra right next to each other in the city. How could this work?
Could it really work?
Could it really work? And they looked at us funny.
And so we brought in the AC guy.
The AC guy said, well, if you had enough money and determination and gumption, and these animals have gumption, you could build a miles-long air conditioning wall that existed between Tundra Town and Sahara Square, and the cold air goes into Tundra Town, just like a real air conditioner at your home. Hot air comes out one side, cold out the other, and it all works. So if you look at it, again, check out the art book. Look at the designs of Matthias Lechner.
Kind of weird that the AC guy's name was Miles Long.
Miles long air conditioning systems. Yes, Miles Long.
So he's giving this guy a shout out.
Yeah, you know, well done, Miles.
Miles Long, AC. Check him out. You know, this guy, he's the best.
That's true.
He's the best in the West.
What would you say is your favorite? This could tie into this. Do you have a favorite scene?
Do I have a favorite scene?
Yes, your favorite scene in the movie.
Oh, I've got a lot of favorite scenes. Man, that's a tough question. I love the sloth scene, the DMV scene. I love the scene where Judy is about to get fired when Bogo is like, bad.
That's great.
And then Nick comes to her rescue and defends Judy for the first time.
I really love Nick in that scene.
That's like one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, I love her acting there.
And just where that goes then too with them bonding in the gondola, like in that cart.
The beautiful Michael Giacchino music kind of playing in the background, that great theme and the beautiful
and that one always makes me a little like I'm finally kind of identifying with Nick and I'm feeling the heart, like we said, of the story, the relationship building between Nick and Judy. So that's those. I love those, you know, and I like the funny scenes too, but
that's tough because there are a lot of
emotional ones too.
But we're very proud. Like we have a great team of story artists who help us create these scenes, and also animators who then take it even to the next level. And this next question, did any of the scenes make you cry? And which ties into this.
That one almost does.
See, that makes Rich cry.
Because when I see like what made Nick,
right.
You know, his experience, it was so much like Judy's, you know, and now I'm understanding like why he's acting the way he does,
right?
You know, that he's not just kind of a glib, cynical guy. You know, that he had this experience much like Judy's, and different from Judy. She decided I'm going to use this bullying as fuel to realize my dream. Nick kind of gave up in that moment.
That's true.
You know, so it really gives me insight to his character.
And there's a scene later, I'm not going to spoil anything in the movie if you haven't seen it yet, but there's a scene where Hops apologizes to Nick for something that's happened between them. And the performance there from Jennifer Goodwin is so emotional, and the animator who animated that scene, her name is Kira Letamaki, and she's the lead on Hops. I think it's one of the most beautiful pieces of animation I've ever seen anyone do. And that makes me choke up. Even thinking about it, I'm getting choked up here on Facebook Live.
It's making me clicky. It's making my voice clicky. What we do is, when our voices get clicky, when we're recording,
we eat apples when we cry.
When we record actors and their mouth gets dry and clicky.
Vitamin A. Helps you not cry.
Just take a bite of green apple. Miranda sings. I taught it to her. Now she can't stop eating green apples. That's all she does.
What
lives on them?
What surprised us the most about the reception of the film? Great question.
Well, it's just that people really responded to our main characters, Nick and Judy. We get tons of tweets and every day, both of us, of people just saying, I love these characters. I love Nick and Judy. And especially people saying, like, I really identify with Judy. You know, I feel her struggle. That's my life, too. So that it's not surprising as much of just kind of it feels affirming. You know, that people have kind of, we love our characters. We love developing them and working with the actors and the artists who help bring them to life. And when the audience then embraces them the way we have, you know, over the course of making the film, it's a really, really good feeling, you know. So that's a great way to
put it. You know, because I think we talk about these stories a lot for years. We sit in rooms together and we talk about our own experiences, and that's what when we watch a movie, we do these things in a rough form, maybe 10 or 12 times. We show them to our crew over a period of 2 years. And if we're watching the movie and we're not feeling something, then we always go back to reality, our real lives, and we talk to everybody in the studio. We want people to bring into the movie what's personal to them, and we try to get that into the movie, which is where the movie starts to feel deep. That's when the characters have depth, like Rich was saying. That's when you start to relate to them, because everyone wants to go to a movie and look up on screen, and no matter if it's a talking rabbit or like a dancing teacup from Beauty and the Beast, it doesn't matter. It's just, it should be something that you can relate to, and no matter what the character is up on screen, we have to find that key to connect you to that character. So it's great for us to see that, exactly what Rich said, people connecting with the characters. That's the best treat in the world for us.
That was a great question.
That was a great question.
And for that question, we are going to give you Dancing Teacup 101, an official Zootopia crew jacket.
That is the luckiest teacup in the world. That'll never fit. It's too big.
No, this is a giant one.
Yeah, that's too big. We'll get a teacup size jacket for you.
You know whose this is?
Oh, this is
this
belongs to Nate Torrance. Nate, if you're watching,
oh my God,
we have your jacket.
I think all this stuff is Nate's.
So for only $39.95,
I think we have been going through Nate's bag of goodies.
This is
I brought this in. I thought
these apples belong to Nate Torrance, the voice of Clawhauser.
Here, I'll repack it for you, Nate. God, if he's watching right now, imagine.
He's like, "Where's my stuff?" All right,
you guys, what? I'm touching my stuff. Sorry, Nate. Really, really sorry.
Here's a good question.
Yeah, we're giving away your jacket, Nate. Okay.
The next question is, will there be a sequel? What's next for Zootopia? I think we would love to go into further depth in this.
I would love that. That's great.
It's a big world, and we love the characters. Anytime you get a character that people relate to in the worlds, I think that would be fun.
And I think that we sit around. We were touring recently. We were promoting the movie in Europe and in Mexico and around the United States. And sometimes Byron and I would say, "Hey, what about if there's another story and we did this, you know?" And we're kind of just throwing around, you know, ideas. And when when characters and a world and, you know, potential story material is that fertile, I don't know, I think it just kind of is screaming for it.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know about you, but do you get lots of tweets about is there going to be a sequel?
Yeah, lots of tweets, lots of people writing in on Facebook and Yep.
Yeah, so I would say write to our boss.
Yeah, if you guys like it, just write them a note.
I'm with you guys.
Just suggest
it. You know what?
It's
like you've convinced me.
Yeah.
And I think you've convinced Byron.
Yeah, you got us.
We're on.
We're
on.
We're
with you.
Preaching to the choir. Question. Did you study animals in real life to make this movie? If so, where and how?
Where and how did we study animals?
Yes.
Well, we went to the zoo. We went to one of the best zoological exhibits in the world, which is Disney's Animal Kingdom in Florida. Beautiful place.
Amazing place, and they have done amazing things to make animals comfortable in those environments. So we talked to their experts down there. We were able to get very close to the animals, but then we came back to California after that, and John Lassiter said, "That's great, guys."
The information.
And he said, "That's great, guys.
Cool.
But now you need to go where real animal society really is." And
San Diego Zoo?
San Diego Zoo.
Wild Animal Park?
And he was like, "No!" And he said, "You guys are going to Africa." And we're like,
wow.
"Oh, wow, you really mean it." And so, they packed us up and they sent us to Kenya, beautiful Kenya, Africa, where we flew into Nairobi, and then they flew us in these little tiny puddle jumper planes out into the middle of nowhere, We land in the midst of herds of 200 zebra and 50,000, I'm not kidding, 50,000 wildebeest. That's a light day. They have, really.
But not light on the smell.
Not light on, no. You smell them as soon as you get there.
Smell them coming.
And the flies, let me tell you, there's flies.
Yeah, time flies.
Time flies, right? But we learned a ton in Africa. One of our camps was actually right next to a watering hole, about 30 feet away, and we saw during the day that lions would come in and drink water right next to gazelle and zebras, animals they normally eat, and
that was so crazy.
Was amazing.
Of just like, don't they see it's a zebra? Why is he not eating him?
Yeah, and it was crazy. And we thought that's and everyone was behaving, and then they'd walk away. Everyone had their water, and they walked away, and everyone.
And the
was
expert said, like, when they need the essentials, they put down all that stuff.
Yep.
They're civilized.
And we thought that's very much like human cities. Human cities are places where people get together, people of all different backgrounds who may not see eye to eye. They have to come together to live and to work and to exist. And we thought that's a really neat parallel for our story. And that's
like
where
this room,
Yes, you have to come
kind of like a watering hole.
It's a watering hole.
Ordinarily, we would be killing one another and
eating
one another.
Fruit. We have Nate Torrance's stuff.
And look at this. We've also got.
Oh,
look at that.
This is a good segue because.
Can we talk about the pop figures for a moment? I mean, look at this. I mean, we can't really unbox it because we know what it is, but I gotta tell you, Funko has done it again, folks. Do you collect these?
I do.
We are horrible collectors.
And this is a good segue because as Rich shows off this beautiful figure, there's a question here that says, did you spend time with real sloths?
Look at that.
Real ones of these.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fake one. This is a toy.
That's actually slower than a real sloth.
Yeah,
it will not move at all.
I can't even do how slow it does.
No, too slow.
That's too fast.
Too slow.
So we have spent time. Over the past month, we've been with 2 different sloths, actually, when we were on the road.
And the weird thing, tell them the weird thing about both sloths that we were with. One was in Dallas and one was in Los Angeles. But the weird thing is that
what?
They're both named.
Right. The weird thing. No, I'm just because they were so different. But they were very different.
Different species.
One we saw twice.
Right.
And it was always asleep. And I couldn't even see its face.
No.
It was always kind of tucked in the ball like that. The other one in Dallas was like hyper.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the fastest sloth I've ever seen.
Maniac sloth jumping at you.
But they were both named Lola.
Yep. So
I don't know what's the odds.
So if you're out there, if you're a sloth owner, move away from Lola. Lola's been used a lot.
It's been used 2 times.
Done with Lola.
So. And we also called it Slola.
There you go. See? Slola the sloth. That's true.
Anyhow, but you've got to check these out. These are so good.
They're very slow.
Pop.
Who is your favorite character and why? Is this also the sloth?
No. Okay. Who is my favorite?
Who's your favorite character? Who's our favorite character? And
why? Boy, it's always hard to choose favorites because it's like our babies.
I know.
It's like my children. Like, who do you like better, your son or your daughter?
I know.
And someone's gonna get mad.
I guess for today I'll say this. I change day to day, but today I'll say Nick because Nick I love foxes and Jason Bateman. I honestly, when we were able to get Jason to do this role, we were so excited because we knew he was the perfect guy to pull this character off because he's exactly what you want him to be when you meet him in real life. He's great and smart and super funny and very sharp. And we needed Judy and Nick to both be very smart characters. They had to keep one-upping each other. So Jennifer and Jason had these great chemistry, when they're in the room together. And so but Nick, I wish I was as cool as Nick.
I know.
He's so good.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do what you did.
What'd you do?
And you said like in this moment right now, I like my favorite is Bogo.
Bogo
because he's so
that's a good question.
Again, really cool character, and he just seems like he's going to be a gruff boss character, and then the more you get to know him, you understand like, he really does care about his police force. He's not just being mean to Judy. He cares about his officers, and he sees a bunny cop as a liability, to the squad. And then when Judy proves herself, when she cracks the case of the missing otter, he actually kind of respects her, and becomes kind of friends with her. But he's always still kind of a little
It's a little rough.
Rough. But then we find that there's kind of a funny side.
And, we looked at Cape Buffalo in Africa, and that's how we got this character. Because we were like, we need a police chief, someone who's tough and wants to protect the herd. We found out these big male buffalo are called brigadiers. Brigadiers are huge.
That's how Idris Elba would say. How would he say?
Brigadier, like this.
Brigadier. Wild, shut your mouth. Wild.
Yeah, just like that, right?
Shut your mouth, Wild. I'm a brigadier.
We should have you do it.
Well, I'm available. Sorry, Idris.
Anyway, so they're called brigadiers, and they're huge. They're the biggest Cape Buffalo, and they're covered with scars, and they have broken horns. And the thing is, if you drive,
they have bad eyesight too. That's why Bogo has the glasses.
Oh, that's true. I forgot we did that.
Yeah.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's actually a good point, because if they see this Jeep driving toward them, they see those headlights as eyes, and they go, and they lock onto you, and then you have to turn your flank. That's what's called turning your flank in a Jeep.
Turn your flank.
So you're not as threatening. You have to drive away slowly, because they will attack your Jeep and they'll win.
Yeah,
they will.
They're scary dudes.
Yeah, and in Africa they have a saying. They say elephants never forget, but Cape Buffalo never forgive, because they're mean. They're mean.
I don't care.
Never forgets. Anyway, great job, Idris. We love you. Okay, so what
kickstarted the idea of a rabbit and a fox duo as main characters?
Oh, okay.
What kickstarted that? Was it a Kickstarter campaign?
It was not a Kickstarter campaign. Though we could have used it.
Yeah, because we were a little low on the guild.
Once in a while, So I loved foxes ever since I was a kid. I grew up on Rich grew up on Jungle Book. I grew up on Robin Hood. I loved the movie Robin Hood. I always loved real foxes, and I actually begged my dad to get me a real fox.
I love this story.
I begged him and begged him for months. I said, Father.
How old were you?
I was 7. I was probably 7 years old. I said, Father, please.
Was it just one of those things? Dad,
may I have a fox? Father, I would say. Father, may I have a fox?
No.
And my father said, that is a wild animal. You probably should not have that as a pet.
It will give you rabies.
And I said, rabies be damned.
I'll get the shots. I'll get the shots. I love foxes.
I love foxes. Anyway, darn.
Rabies be darned.
Hi, kids. Anyway, so, but I asked my dad, and he said, no. He was like, look, you should get a dog or a cat or something that's more normal. Don't get a fox. But I said, Dad, I still want a fox. And so he was very smart. He took me to see a real fox at a wildlife preserve. And
was
the
it
fox,
red fox?
It was a red fox.
Was it the red fox?
The star of
the Sanford?
No, it was not him. It was not him. It was a real live fox.
I took you to Vegas.
And the fox was it freaked me out because it was really wired. They're really wired and they're agitated all the time.
How did it?
And they chitter and they're very kind of agitated. And it's not that they're wild animals. You shouldn't have them as pets because
they're not like dogs.
No,
they seem like they're like dogs.
But don't be mistaken. They need to be like cared for as wild animals. And so
what did you get instead?
I got a garter snake. Because I went from fox. Here's how it went. I know we're running out of time. So I went from fox to said, okay, I'm off foxes. Now I want a python. And my dad says, pythons get too big. How about a garter snake?
It will eat you. It will eat you.
It will eat you. I'm like, sold. Garter snake it was. So I had a garter snake.
How long did the garter snake live?
2.5 years.
Oh, nice.
Fang.
What was his name?
Fang garter snake.
Cool.
Yep, that's right.
Did you feed it mice?
No, crickets. Crickets is very small.
Oh, that's good. All right, next question. Were Nick and Judy always named Nick and Judy?
Oh, that's a good question.
Really cool question.
Well, early on...
well, he was Jack Savage.
He was Jack Savage.
He was the male character.
He was a Jack Rabbit because he was a spy, and we thought Jack Savage would be a cool name. And then once we figured out that they were going to make Jack and the Beanstalk, a version of Jack and the Beanstalk here, I thought, well, we should probably change. They're going to probably have Jack as the main character.
There will probably be a character named Jack in Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yep. And then we looked at so I changed it to Nick, which we thought was a great. That actually came from old Cary Grant movies because Cary Grant played characters named Nick frequently, and he's famous. Even though he never said it, he was famous for saying Judy, Judy, Judy.
I don't know where that.
Comes from.
But the
old wives' tale. But the Nick and Judy thing had kind of an old, getting back to that noir sort of 40s, 50s kind of movie.
Well, it reminds me of Nick and Nora Charles.
Yes, that's a good
great detective, husband and wife detective team.
Yeah.
In the Thin Man series.
Yeah.
Also,
that's worth watching.
Wow, this is like TMC. What's the movie channel or whatever that one with that old guy talking about movies? And they show the old classic movies. I don't know what his name is, but you know. We could take over that job.
Yes,
we've got lots of movies to recommend here.
That's true. All right. So, which character underwent the most changes from the first draft of the script to the final film?
That underwent the most changes.
Well,
I mean, the mayor. Like we were talking about, the mayor of the city used to be a pig named Swinton. that changed. But as a character that was one way, but then kind of their personality changed.
Because Nick and Judy
they were always kind of...
There was kind of like that. They were like, Nick was the cynic and Judy was the optimist. I mean, but as far as their dynamic, it did change when we flipped.
There was a time when Judy was a little more of a kind of a cowboy, like a rogue cop, or just like
more
a badass,
more
cop.
Aggressive cop.
She was very aggressive and kind of had swagger to her. You know, before she became, that's when she was more the supporting character. And once she became the main character, that's when kind of the very pure of heart Judy, you know, kind of emerged. So I would say, and Nick was always kind of...
Nick was always,
you know, he was always kind of the same.
Because we had Jennifer, like we said earlier, we had Jennifer and Jason very early, and because they bring so much to specific behavior to the characters, it really stayed in Jennifer and Jason's wheelhouse. But once we did make that flip where you had this idealist going out in the world, then Nick's humor really lit up, because then he could really poke at these philosophies that she's got.
Very good question, Randolph Scott 82.
Randolph Scott. That's from Blazing Saddles.
Yep.
Which Zootopia character best matches your personality? Oh,
well, how about we do it for each other? Because it's always hard to you know, describe your own one's own personality.
That's
Sorry, my personality. I cannot speak. That would be my personality in this moment.
What is that?
I cannot speak.
Would you like?
Let's see. How about like well, probably like Nick. You got kind of well, no, I'm going by looks.
So. Oh, that's fine.
But no,
you can judge me by my looks.
No, more like personality. Judy.
Judy.
I think that you're very kind of pure of heart. You're very sweethearted. You look for the best in people.
Oh, thank you.
You know, and show them your cottontail.
Oh yeah, well, no, you know, not. It's too early for that, folks.
All right,
wait till they're a little bit.
Now
I would say to you, well, you're very funny. You're very clever. You're very smooth. I would say you're very smooth and confident. I think that's. Do you think that would be a good match for Nick? I think that'd be a good match.
Wow.
So I think Fox and Buddy. How did that work out? That worked out great.
Amazing. Here's another question. What job would you want in Zootopia?
Okay.
Well,
let's see.
I don't want to work in that ice cream shop because that elephant was so mean.
He was mean.
He'd be a horrible boss.
Yeah, he gets stepped on.
Yeah, for one thing.
No.
Let's see. Like the museum looked pretty cool.
That's
true.
It'd
be pretty cool to be a curator in the museum.
That's true.
Because it had all those really great exhibits.
Did you see the jackalope? There's a jackalope in there. Jackalope.
Check it out.
And there's a.
Did you see
saber-toothed leopard?
Maybe we better go back and see the movie this weekend.
You gotta watch it.
Check it out.
You can pause it. Stand up in the theater and pause it.
Or maybe I wouldn't want to work at the DMV.
No.
It's just
too slow.
Too routine.
It's too slow.
Yeah.
Okay. What is Nick's backstory? Does he still keep? Oh, that's a sweet question. What is Nick's backstory?
Really cool.
Does he still keep in touch with his mom? That is a good question. We don't really go into that in the movie.
Well, and it seemed like he was very close to his mom.
He did.
You know, and I've heard people ask too, like, well, was she a single mom? You know, and this is not canon, folks. So we can talk about this, but let's not. But we're not committing to canon.
It's not. We're not saying it's true.
This is kind of in a fantasy version of this.
In a world where animals speak, and a little fox wants to be a junior ranger scout.
He grows up in a home that maybe she's a single mom, you know, and I think because foxes are kind of solitary animals, it's probably just Nick and his mom.
That's true.
You know, so I've always kind of thought that maybe he's kind of taken on the mantle of being the man of the house, you know, even though he's, you know, the son.
That's sweet.
You know, so
I like that. I like that relationship.
Again, not canon. You know, just kind of spitballing here.
Don't write to us and go, that's canon.
Yeah.
Because we'll say, no, it's not.
What happened? I remember on the Facebook.
It's live.
You know,
no
Q&A,
one's going to happen.
The Richmore said that, you know, that she was a single mom, and now you're saying that Nick has a father?
Yeah. Rabies be darned.
Yeah. Why only mammals? Why only mammals?
This is a great...
Oprah 922 wants to know.
Oprah Winfrey?
Is that you?
Hi, Oprah. I didn't know she would write in. Thanks for carrying, Oprah. That's great.
I don't know if it is.
That's awesome. We love your show.
No. I'm sorry. It was 229 Harpo.
Harpo. Oh.
Sorry, I was reading it backwards.
Sorry. He's slightly dyslexic.
Yeah, I just got it.
This is a good question, though.
Why only
Someone
mammals?
asked, why only mammals? It's a great question.
Why not reptiles? Do we hate reptiles?
We love reptiles.
Hate birds?
We love birds. We love fish. We love insects. But because this movie was about predator and prey, the whole story was about that, so we needed to find animals that were clearly predator and prey. And so when you get into the world of reptiles and birds, it gets into omnivores, and bigger animals eat smaller animals. So even with the mammals, we try to choose animals that were
checking
clearly...
to see if maybe there's a reptile in here somewhere.
No, I don't think so.
No, you're right.
No,
there's none.
None. But we want to make sure that when you looked at the movie, you said, okay, that animal is a predator, that would eat other animals, and this one would get eaten. And the interesting thing we discovered in our research is that in the mammal world, it is 90% prey animals and 10% predators. Amazingly
Bellwether
true.
was right.
She was right.
She was right.
She's correct. And that's one of the things that led us to the story. So facts and science will help.
That doesn't mean that maybe there are reptiles
there may
on
be.
this planet.
We're not saying they're not.
Amphibians.
No, there could be other cities, other
but
places.
one thing that I know is not sentient is fish.
That's right. In this world, we're saying they're food.
The people.
Okay.
We're getting the 5 minute. They're holding. Can I show them that? Just I don't want to.
How far
we just got this. We got
oh my
5
gosh.
minutes.
We didn't even get to half of it. Okay.
Oh my God.
We're going to go fast.
All right, we got to go speed
right.
round now.
How hard was it to find actors for the cast? We got all our top picks.
I mean, it was so easy. These are the best actors.
Best actors ever.
We got the best ones. We love them. Thank you,
Jennifer,
guys.
Jason, Idris, everybody.
All of them. We love you.
Yes, Nate.
Let's do it again. That's what I said.
Yes.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question. Next question.
So
next question. We were doing speed round, Garth.
What's next
for Nick and Judy's relationship?
Well, you never know. It's like it's great that the movie. Well, I don't want to spoil how the movie ends, but it's great when you love people's chemistry so much. You want to see what happens next in their world.
And it's funny that there's two factions out there, and we're not going to spoil it by saying, but there are some people that want one thing, and some people want another. So either way we go, we're going to disappoint people.
Yes.
So sorry in advance. Okay, next question. Did you ever consider giving Zootopians shoes? Since they are clothed, or were they always barefoot?
They were always barefoot because it looks weird with shoes. Putting shoes on animals is weird. Try it with your cat. Doesn't work.
Your dog hates
Next question.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Next.
What's the best advice you've ever gotten in your career?
Ooh, the best advice I ever got in my career was from a college instructor who said, like, the people who make it in this business are the ones who stay in this business.
That's right.
I mean, that's like a Yogi Berra type thing.
No, don't give up. Right.
Don't give up.
Don't give
up.
up.
What he was trying to say.
That's a great piece of advice.
Okay, next. Here comes. How did you get to where you are today as directors?
Uber.
How did...
Not really, no. I drove here myself. Well, that's a long story.
A lot of hard work.
A lot of hard
work and just kind of sticking to your guns.
I would say we both are passionate about what we do. We love what we do, so it doesn't feel like work. And we all got here in a different way. All these directors and writers, everybody.
There's not one way.
There's
not one way. My path was different from Byron's. It's different from everyone here.
But if you're passionate, just keep trying.
You'll get there.
Next question.
What would you tell someone who aspires to be a Disney animator?
That's a good question. Well, watch acting. Watch become a sponge. Soak in acting. Watch how people and animals move. Drawing helps. Some animators don't draw these days with CG, so it's possible to be a very good CG animator and not draw. But I would say that I was taught by Glenn Keane and Aaron Blaze, and those guys have a long tradition of draftsmanship. So anything you can do, any kind of art you can do, drawing, sculpting, painting, music, it's all going to help. So just be a sponge, absorb it all. The more rich you can make yourself as far as what you've absorbed, the better your output's going to be. You're going to be amazing. I believe in you.
Equal parts animation and real life.
Yes, that's
there you
great.
go. Okay. What do you like most about your job? The people.
The people.
We work with artists.
Yes.
We work with the craziest. I was going to say a bad word right there. People in the world, and they are just wonderful, and we love them all, and that's my favorite.
They're nerds like us. They're geeks that love the stuff. We love film, we love music.
Crackpots, weirdos, all under one roof.
And we love them all.
Circus folk, that's what we are, and we love it.
Next question. Okay.
What's the best thing about telling stories through animation?
I think because anything you can imagine can be shown in animation, and the fact that at Disney, they don't tell us to make one kind of movie. They let us make movies like Frozen or Big Hero 6 or Wreck-It Ralph or Zootopia. They're all different, and there's value in every type of storytelling, and we love that we work for a place that supports that. So
thank you, Disney.
Thank you, Disney.
We're getting. Okay, this
is a good question.
We are here.
This is the final question.
According to our man Garth over here.
Yeah, our man Garth, 55.
Burkhart. Garth, he's the man. He's our handler.
Yeah, he's handling us.
He's a good dude.
He does a great job.
He's a good dude. Garth, get over here. Come on. Show your face.
Garth Vader.
They want to see you, dude.
Come on, Garth. Hey, there's Garth, the hand of Garth.
Good job.
Behold The hand of Garth!
So Garth is now getting mad and saying, answer the question, you guys!
So here's the question.
Okay, what films shaped you the most growing up?
Okay. Do you want to answer first?
First movie I ever saw, Wizard of Oz. I know everyone says that, but man, every year we'd watch it on TV, and that one stuck with me. Star Wars, gotta give it up to Star Wars. One that when I was 11, my sister took me to a double feature. It was Woody Allen's Bananas.
Oh yeah,
and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Something about seeing those two movies that night as a young person was just like, I want to make movies. That's great. I love that combination of films.
That's awesome. And for me, there's so I love Amadeus. I love so many other films. But one of the ones I saw when I was really young was called What's Up, Doc?
That's funny.
Remember that movie? It's with Ryan O'Neal and
Peter Bogdanovich.
Peter Bogdanovich. It's brilliant. It's a farce. Study that movie. It's a very funny farce, and that had a lot to do with Howard Hawks movies from the 1940s, right? And that's part of what I think you'll see in Zootopia.
Monty Python, the Holy Grail.
Monty Python, the Holy Grail. Monty Python. Monty Python, very influential. And then for me,
could go on and on.
One of the biggest ones I saw it when I was 10 years old, and I loved the relationship between Clark Kent and his father in the original Superman, which with Christopher Reeve, and I think that is one of the best versions of Superman.
And it was Glenn Ford.
Glenn Ford. Oh, it broke my heart. And it was about compassion, not about superpowers, but compassion. That's why that character.
And he didn't destroy all of Metropolis.
No, he didn't need to do that.
He was saving people.
He just lifted a helicopter once in a while and fell in love.
He didn't have to, and he didn't break Zod's neck.
No, yeah. And then he flew around the earth really fast, and I love that. Yeah. I don't care if it doesn't make sense. It's awesome.
And then, he was saving people. He was helping people.
Saving people, being compassionate.
Gene Hackman was going, Mr. Taskmaster! Mr. Taskmaster!
Honest That's what they say, anyway, we're going to wrap it up. This has been a pleasure.
This has been fun.
This has been a lot of fun.
There's
all sorts
of
toys that make it on here.
Let's show what we didn't show.
Yeah,
we didn't show
shirts.
You guys gotta check out some of this
Bellwether.
stuff.
There's Judy Hopps.
You gotta go to your Disney store, check it out. It's great merchandise. Buy it for your friends. Buy it for your family. They're gonna love it.
It's a sippy cup.
It's a sippy cup.
It's delicious.
And you just push it down like that, and it's clean.
You guys,
you guys, it's been wonderful visiting with you. Thank you for your questions. They were awesome.
Awesome questions. Well done. And
thank you.
We'll see you next time.
And I guess they're gonna cut us off now. So
farewell from Hollywood.
One last thing.
What?
No, I was kidding.
You're supposed to.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.